Hey, it's me. Yep, let me put it this way. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to RATChat, the show where I and sometimes we talk to you about updates and more. Hi, happy Saturday. Hope you had a good week. I had a pretty great week. Played a lot of fun games. And this last week was a themed week. I think this is my first time actually doing like a proper themed week, or maybe like at least like a kind of planned or semi-planned themed week. Yeah, I did Isaac. It was an Isaac week. All Isaac. I usually do, the weekly roundup, and I mean I can Monday, or no, not Monday. Sunday through Friday was all Isaac. Part 53 to part 58. Just a shit ton of Isaac. And it was really fun. I love Isaac. I love continuing to fall in love with the game and discover new things and just have fun with it and unlocking things. It's been a good time. Yeah, well, that's the weekly roundup. That's yeah, that's it. That's all that happened. Next week we got some big stuff coming. I got some big plans, big things to do, big plans, big videos. It's gonna be I talked about this several times in some of the Isaac videos from this week. About next week's also going to be a themed week, but I just alluded to it. I didn't say what game it was going to be. At least I don't think I did. I think I talked about how it's going to be a themed week in the videos for next week because they're all recorded. I just have to edit them. Anyway, enough suspense. Next week it's going to be Repo. It's going to be a Repo week. All six days leading up to the next RATChat, of course, are going to be all Repo week. Repo week. How many times can I say Repo week? I'm so bad. I'm never gonna be good at the update section of this show. I'm never gonna be good at it. I'm never gonna get it down. It's always gonna be a mess. It is what it is. But yes, we have been playing a lot of Repo. We have done 6 full sessions since the cosmetics update came out, which was, I think that was the 7th, I believe. And we've done 6 full sessions, and those are all gonna be for next week. I have a lot of editing ahead of me. I haven't fully edited any of those videos yet. I started on the first one for tomorrow. Obviously I need to finish that probably today, or I might even work on it into tomorrow. Yeah, the Repo cosmetics update has been amazing. It has been so good. I keep forgetting to try and emote so I'm not just standing here stiff like a board. It's, yeah, I might talk about it a little more later or something, but Repo good. It has cemented itself as one of my favorite games of all time, probably top 10 territory. I just love it so much, and I'm also so glad that my friends also love it so much and want to keep playing it after they've all played 150 plus hours, and I'm getting close to, I think, 250 in Repo. Yeah. Yeah, that's next week. That's not it for next week, though. I almost forgot. There's going to be a special bonus video on, I believe, Tuesday. Let me look at the calendar. Yes, Tuesday, May the 19th. There's going to be a special video. Me and Nat, throughout the last few months. I don't remember when we first... I can actually look. We played a game. We played a special little game. We first played it in January, and then we finished it in March. Yeah, we played we played Shrek 2 on the PlayStation 2. And the reason why it's going to be released on May the 19th, because that is when the movie came out. The movie released May 19th. I don't remember what year. Let me look it up real quick. When did Shrek 2 come out? What year? May 19th, 2004. 22 years ago. We're releasing it on the 22nd anniversary of Shrek 2, the movie. Kind of crazy, kind of funny. Greg Miller. But yeah, I'm excited to edit that video. I've been kind of waiting to edit that. I'm probably gonna edit that maybe after I edit the first repo video. I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot of editing to do for this week or for next week. It's gonna be crazy. Gonna have a double upload on Tuesday. It's gonna be a whole shebang. I think that's it for the updates. Yeah, I don't have anything planned past that. I don't know if I'm gonna do more themed weeks or if I'm just gonna go back to normal, like whatever. Probably normal whatever after this repo week. But yeah, I would say I definitely probably will do more themed weeks in the future. Especially maybe if there's like a game that I like get hooked on, maybe it'll be like a whole week of me playing that single game, something like that. And themed weeks could also be several games too. Like a theme could be like a franchise, like I could have a Star Wars week. That could be fun. Obviously that would be perfect for the week of May the 4th, but that's already passed. But honestly, there's plenty of Star Wars games that I could do several Star Wars weeks, to be honest. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely be thinking of some ideas for some themed weeks in the future. All right, that's it for updates. As you can see today, speaking of Star Wars, obviously, I am Yoda. And I cannot, I've been paying attention to my eyes and it seems like I'm looking at the camera right now, but most of the time I feel like I haven't been. Yep, there it goes. Looking off. But yeah, I believe this is the Yoda model from, I think it's from Battlefront 2. Like the remake of Battlefront 2. Let me see if it says specifically. I don't think it does, but I think the picture shows like, I don't know, honestly. I'm pretty sure it's from Battlefront 2 though. Or maybe even Battlefront 1, I don't know. And the location that we're in, if you can't tell, if you're a Star Wars nerd, we are on Tatooine, specifically in the town Mos Espa. First featured in Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. My favorite Star Wars movie. Probably definitely one of the lower rated Star Wars movies. Well, the sequels definitely got pretty low rated, especially like Last Jedi and Return of Skywalker. Is that what it's called? Return of Skywalker? I can't even, honestly, I love the sequel movies. But I can't, is it Return of Skywalker? No, it's not Return, because it's Return of the Jedi. Is it Revenge? No, Rise! Rise of Skywalker. the music's swelling when I make the realization. I knew it was an R word. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. That's the lowest rated Star Wars, I'm pretty sure. 2.3 on Letterboxd. Not great. Last time I watched it, which was in 2022, man, I need to do another Star Wars rewatch. Last time I watched it, I gave it 4 stars. And I know it has plenty of flaws, but I still enjoy it. There's not a single piece of Star Wars media that I haven't loved. I just love the world so much, and none of them have like, I haven't not enjoyed anything Star Wars that I've watched. I've watched most Star Wars things. There's several things that I haven't watched. Like I haven't watched Clone Wars. I've seen a few episodes of Clone Wars, but not Not a lot. I've only seen a few. I've only seen a few here and there. I haven't watched like a whole season or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I will do a Clone Wars watch at some point though. Maybe even soonish. Maybe this year. I don't know. Because I have been on a huge like TV show kick lately, and I do want to talk about that in this RATChat because I've been meaning to kind of rant about that. I kind of did a little bit in one of the RATChats. I talked about the pit a little bit. Yeah, I want to talk about more about shows in this episode, so probably talk about that a little more later. Yeah, I haven't. Most of the Star Wars things that I haven't watched are the animated things. Like I haven't watched like the Bad Batch. I also haven't. What was the other Disney Plus thing? Let me go on Disney Plus real quick. Also, I do have Star Wars music playing. Hopefully there's no copyright. Hello? It's not letting me put in my... Oh, I have numlock off. I don't know how that happened. No idea. Yeah, there's a good chance I might have to mute this music or turn it really low down or something like that. Okay. I'm going to Disney Plus just to look at the Star Wars shows that I haven't watched. Oh yeah, that's another one I haven't watched. I haven't watched Skeleton Crew. And like Tales of the Jedi, I haven't watched that. I haven't watched the newest I haven't watched Maul, Shadow Lord, I haven't watched that. But I have watched like Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. What else have I not watched? Oh, Visions? I think I maybe watched one episode of Visions. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. I don't know if I watched. I don't think I watched Visions. Star Wars Resistance, I haven't watched that. There's the Tales of series that I haven't watched. There's several Star Wars things that I haven't watched. I need to watch everything. I need to catch up. And there's obviously a bunch of kind of like more like I guess like kid-centric shows and shorts that I haven't watched. There's a bunch of like Lego Star Wars shorts that I haven't watched. Obviously those are kind of, you know, bonus stuff. But you know, I've seen Andor, which Andor is, God, it's so good. That is peak Star Wars. It really is. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I actually really liked. A lot of people did not like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I loved that. Oh, that's another one I haven't. So The Acolyte, which is another one people shed on a lot. I watched the first few episodes, I think. Maybe the first 4. I think it was the first 3 or 4 episodes of that I watched. And then I just kind of stopped watching it. No particular reason. I honestly just kind of... Sometimes I do that with shows where like something else will distract me. And I'll stop like binging it, or I'll miss an episode or whatever, and then I just kind of completely forget about it. And it has nothing, not saying anything about the show. It's just that just happens sometimes. Anyway, I guess I can. Obviously, I'll take y'all around the world, but I can quickly give y'all, I guess, like a overhead of this world, maybe a little bit. And maybe I'll change positions too. Let's see. I'll go up into the sky. Hey, where you going? Oh. Anyway, yeah, this is Mos Espa, and I think this map is also from Battlefront. I'm pretty sure. It definitely appears to be. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and the lighting's pretty cool too. Don't mind me. I'm just going over here. Here, I'm gonna put myself up here somehow. I can probably get up here. Yeah, let's watch me struggle here. I'm gonna do it in the camera. Running around. Where am I going? Yeah. Nope, can't make that. There we go. All right. Let's get this camera down. Like something like this. Do a zoom. There we go. and do a focus. It is funny though, the focus, you can see normally this model has obviously the Yoda hair, but when I put on the focus, hold on, let me fix the camera a little bit. There we go. When I put on the focus, it kind of blurs the hair, which is very funny. All right, there you go. Hey, how you go? How's it going? It's me, Yoda. I love Yoda. Yoda is one of the silliest characters that has been created in all of media, I think. Very silly, but also very like cool and wholesome. We love Yoda. Yeah, I love Star Wars, if you couldn't tell. And I have loved Star Wars since I had memories, since I can remember, literally. My parents loved Star Wars, mostly my mom. My mom loved and still loves Star Wars. Whoa. Hello? I heard something. I'm home alone right now. And I heard something happened. I don't know if it's the house settling. I'll make sure I'm not. Hello? I'm home alone, right? Yeah, okay. My parents are in a different town right now. It's okay. I got Peaches. She'll protect me if there's any monsters or whatever. Yes, my mom loves Star Wars. She saw the original Star Wars in theaters when she was a little girl, and she remembers that. She was old enough to remember it, and it's cool hearing her talk about that and how she fell in love with Star Wars and still loves it. And she showed me, and I love it. It's great. Star Wars is beautiful. It's just one of those very special cultural things where it's a movie franchise that has become cultural. It connects people. It has so many beautiful meanings and stories to tell, and it's also just fun and silly and sad. It gets very sad every time I watch the prequel series. I cry. I don't know if I necessarily cry in Attack of the Clones, but I definitely cried during Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith. Most notably in Phantom Menace, when Anakin has to leave his mom. That makes me cry. Because spoilers, if you haven't seen Star Wars, I will be talking about Star Wars spoilers probably. So if you have not seen Star Wars, go watch Star Wars. Like, pause this video, go watch all 9 Star Wars movies. All 9 of the main Star Wars movies. Go watch all 9 of them and come back to this video. Hey, if you want to, you can also watch the other ones. Watch Solo, watch Rogue One, and you watch the shows too. It's all good. It's all the Star Wars is all good in my eyes, in my heart, in my soul. But yeah, in Phantom Menace, Anakin leaves his mom because Qui-Gon is frees him from being a slave, from being enslaved, but he cannot free his mom. So Anakin has to leave his mom, and it's so sad. It makes me cry every time because that's the last time that Anakin sees his mom before she dies in his arms. Because he's a little kid. He's like, what, maybe 10 or something, leaves his mom, and then the next time he sees her, she dies in his arms. And it's so fucking sad. It's so sad because he's so hopeful that he'll see her again, and technically he does, but she dies. It's so sad. And then Revenge of the Sith, I guess it's not really a monologue, but after Obi-Wan chops off Anakin's legs, the whole "you were the chosen one, Anakin. You were sent to lead. You were sent to destroy the dark." I'm forgetting the quote, which is embarrassing, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know. You were said to destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. That makes me cry every time. I watched it not too long ago. I think it was on May the 4th. Yeah, on May the 4th, I watched Revenge of the Sith with Courtney. And Kaylee also jumped in at the end, like right at that scene, and I cried like a baby. I cried like a big old baby. Yeah, I love Star Wars. I love the prequels so much. The prequels are specifically so near and dear to my heart. All of them are, but the prequels were my main thing as a kid. Like, I watched all the Star Wars as a kid, but the prequels, that was like my shit. Like, I like Phantom Menace was, I don't know if I'd have to ask Mom like which Star Wars she showed me first, but Phantom Menace left the most imprint on me. And I had like when I got Star Wars toys, it was from like Phantom Menace and the whole prequel trilogy as a whole, but like mostly Phantom Menace and stuff like that. It's so good. And the sequels I also really enjoy. Like I said, a lot of people shit on the sequels. A lot of people, so many Star Wars fans are like, oh, I love all 6 Star Wars movies. Like, shut up. The sequels are great. Even if you don't like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, Force Awakens, it's so good. Force Awakens is amazing. You can't deny that Force Awakens is amazing. Obviously you can have your own opinions. It's subjective. Unlike those people who say shit like that there's only 6 Star Wars movies, I acknowledge that all of these, everything's subjective. I hate when people say that movies are objectively bad, because that is just such a false statement. That's an oxymoron. Like, you can't. That's not a thing. That's not how it works. That's not how opinions work. That's not how art works. Anyway, I'm not gonna get too heated or get on a soapbox or whatever, drama this, blah blah blah. I just love Star Wars, and I am passionate about it. And I think the sequels are really fun. I think obviously the original trilogy is the best. While Phantom Menace Episode 1 is my favorite Star Wars movie, I do strongly believe that Empire is the best Star Wars movie out of them all. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie. It's just it's a classic, but it's also perfect. It's a perfect movie, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's got one of the best plot twists in all of movies and all of film. Unfortunately, it is a twist that is become almost more popular than the movie itself. A lot of people, know the whole "I am your father" thing. More people probably know that than people that have seen Empire Strikes Back. And it is a little unfortunate, because I really truly believe that is one of the best twists, and it's just such an amazing thing. Like, if you don't know that that's going to happen, if you don't know that Darth Vader is Luke's father, that twist is mind-blowing. It's amazing. It's groundbreaking. It's like life-shattering. It's like, what? This fucking evil space Hitler guy is the good guy, the main guy's father, but Obi-Wan said his father died. Like, I don't know. It's so cool. I don't know if I want to have kids in life. I'm not sure if I do. But part of me, legitimately, one of the main reasons, or one of the big reasons that I would like to have a kid, is so that I could show them Star Wars and I would shield them. I would shield them with my life from the twist. So when they are old enough to fully grasp the weight of that twist, I can show them A New Hope and then show them Empire, and then it gets to that part of the movie on Bespin, and just I just want to see the magic in their eyes when they hear that twist, that big reveal. Like I've seen several videos on like TikTok and stuff of parents showing their kids Empire and showing their reaction of Darth Vader saying he's Luke's father, and it's magic. Like the wonder and amazement in their eyes and the pure shock, and it's like they're so invested and immersed in the story and the plot. It's like it's so real to them. It's like, oh my god, he's his father? What do you mean? I think it's beautiful. It's one of the best. This is one of my favorite things in the world, is Star Wars and all of the beautiful plots and plot twists and the whole world, all the characters, the music, the visuals. I could talk about Star Wars this entire episode, and I might if I don't stop myself. I might if I don't stop myself. I had a lot of other thoughts, but they're kind of getting clouded by Star Wars. They really are. Because I could talk about Star Wars video games. I don't know technically what was my first Star Wars video game. Because I want to say it was Battlefront, but it might have not been. It might have been. I don't know. It was either Battlefront or Battlefront 2, or there was a fun little Star Wars game on the PS2. I think it probably had, I don't know what other consoles it released on. But believe it or not, there was a Star Wars kart racer, and it was called Star Wars Super Bombad Racing. And it's like Phantom Menace centered, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think because there's like a young Anakin in it, and like Obi-Wan with the rat tail and all that goodness, and Jar Jar and Boss Nass. Yeah, Super Bombad Racing, that was one of those games that the sound effects and visuals from that game imprinted on my brain, and it's like so deeply that I would just kind of like anything that sounded similar to those sounds would make me think of those sounds. Even if I didn't necessarily remember what the sounds were from, I would just think of those sounds. There's several games like that where the sound effects and stuff just imprinted on my brain. I think I've talked about that too before. Oh god, my foot's falling asleep. Oh, hold on. Wow. Oh, maybe I should maybe we should do a little exploring. What do y'all think? Do a little exploring, maybe talk a little bit more about Star Wars. Star Wars. Oh, I should show you some of the Avatar stuff before we go. Obviously you saw, the hood. You can also take off the robe. Here, wait, I should hold on. Sorry, give me a sec. I'm gonna move the camera. Hey. All right, there we go. Okay. So yeah, no robe. We're going robeless. There's also like sound effects, like you can play music. More Star Wars music. What else we got? There's obviously the lightsaber. Very cool. It even has like effects. Like if I go over here, you can see it has effects when you like hit things. Obviously I don't have use of my hands, so I can't really show you what it's like. And there's also a bunch of other stuff too that I can't do. There's actual force powers and shit. I just don't know how to, I don't have actual use for that. I think I'm I'm clicking with, there's a thing called random intro line, and I think it's Yoda voice lines, but it's really quiet. Like I can kind of hear it, but it's too quiet to actually hear. There's this little thing. I think it's a hologram, but again, I don't have use of my hands. Oh, and there's a bunch of dances. Actually, here, let me just show you some of the dances. I can do the gritty. Yoda doing the gritty. Break dance. There's a lot of dances here. The good old Gmod dance. Take on me. There's so many things. Death? Oh yeah, you can just die. Of course. Oh, there's this one. Yep. The lethal dance, the lethal company dance. Oh, and this is the worst thing probably. The Omni-Man meme pose. This is great. Yeah, there's a lot more dances too. But my favorite thing about this avatar I'm about to show you. Hold on. You ready for this? You're not ready. Hold on. Oh wait, let me pause the music for a second. Okay, music paused. That's the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. Let me get in close. Actually, hold on. I gotta get this perfect. There we go. There we go. Alright, you ready for this? This is the best thing about this avatar. Here we go. It's got the Lego Yoda death sound. And it does this stupid fucking face. Oh, and I could talk with it. Ew. Oh, this is disgusting. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let me put the robes back on. There we go. Anyway. Let's look around. Let's look the freak around. Okay, so how... trying to remember how I do things. Okay. This? Yeah. Oh, look at the different lighting. The difference in the lighting. That's funny. And then I do... this? There we go. Alright. Let's look around. So I think this world is actually like functional, I think, in a way. Let me do this real quick just because I'm gonna anchor it to myself just so it moves around. Anyway, let me hold on. I was doing this just for later. Okay. Anyway, but I think this actually works like a Battlefront game. Like there's, because here, let me see if I can go back here and show you. I might have to respawn. Okay, hold on. Respawn. Yeah, here we go. So this is where you start. And there's different game modes. And like you can choose your class. And you can choose your side. You can choose Republic or Separatist. And there's a bunch of shit over here too. Yeah, and it's all, there's like, turn off post-processing. There's music and stuff. But yeah, I'm assuming that there's like, there's Star Wars avatars that actually have guns where you can like shoot other players and shit like that. That's what this is for. Very cool. Yeah, let's look around. Mos Espa. Great vibes. The tattoo. Oh, I forgot to put the music back on. Let me. There we go. Okay. I love Tatooine. The vibes are so good in the movies and in the games. I love all the little droids, like the. I wonder if is there a Gonk droid around here? There's got to be a Gonk droid. Maybe. But just the architecture. And all these like little charging stations or something. I think these are charging stations, or maybe they're like, there's something, they have some kind of use. I don't remember. Pretty much every single thing in Star Wars has like an explanation and like lore behind it. Down to like the fucking nuts and bolts. Oh, there's a speeder here. Look at that. Oh, isn't that the same speeder that Luke uses in A New Hope? It looks like it. It looks similar. It's a similar model, if not the exact same model. It's a different color though. Wasn't it red, I think? I think it was red. Like, what are these like power cells or something? Maybe they're for heat. Or storing some kind of fuel. Wonder what that sign says. I don't think you can go inside anywhere. Because this is just meant for like PvP. Okay, let's go back this way. And go into the middle over here. Oh, that was Peaches. Peaches just stood up and did her little shaky shake. This is all kind of like a market anyway, and this is like a little food place. Look at all that food in there. Probably zoom, get the camera and zoom in on that, but it does look like it's kind of low res anyway. Well, bless you. Oh, Peaches. Oh, I think she's gonna get up on the bed. Come on, baby. You wanna lay down in the bed? Come on. Whoa, there she goes. Okay. Lay down. She never just lays down. She has to spin around in a circle. She has to make her little nest. Do all her little things. Oh, there's these like ramps. This is so obviously designed to be like an FPS multiplayer map. But it's still cool. What is this little area? Oh, look, there's a droid. I forgot what these droids are called. These are the droids that like they're like repair droids. They work on like speeders and like the pod racers in Phantom Menace. They work on the pod racers and stuff. And in The Mandalorian, they like work on ships and stuff. I forgot what that character's called. The old lady that has these to help her. Yeah, I forgot what they're called. They're like mechanic droids. Oh, and it's like R2D2, but not. This is an R3 unit or an R4, maybe R4. I don't know, something like that. It's an astromech droid, whatever. I'm probably not getting all the terminology correct, but I'm in the right ballpark, I think. Okay, let's see what's on the other side over here. You can get on the roofs too. The roofs. What is it? This looks like a chest. Just fucking slabs of meat hanging around. What is this? A bar? Is this a bar? Looks like maybe it's like a droid. Is this a droid right here? Some kind of automated bar or something, maybe. Those are butt plugs. Those are just straight up butt plugs right there. Kind of crazy. Ooh, this is inviting. Oh, is this gambling? I think this is gambling. This is a casino, I think. Gotta be a casino. Can actually go over here. More like crates, more power cells, or some fruits over there. Kind of miscellaneous. Some monitors here. Oh, you can see. Ooh, that's freaking out. Okay, let's. I'm gonna go away before I fall through the world. Don't want to do that. This is like kind of like a. Oh, it's a Tuscan. Wonder what that says. I'm sure that actually says something. I think there's definitely like legitimate translations for like Star Wars languages and stuff. Is this another speeder or? Oh, this is kind of like a transportation thing, or it's a platform, like a forklift kind of thing, or a people mover or something. I don't know. Kind of just saying shit. What's up here? Oh, it's like a droid repair shop. More astromech droids. Oh, gonk droid! Oh, I love gonk droids. So these guys, I don't remember exactly what all of their uses are. But I think they're basically like walking batteries. I think that's what they are. I can actually look it up real quick to fact check myself. But basically if you, I think it's like if you have something you need to charge, you can just go and plug into them or something like that, but I could be wrong. I might be thinking of a different droid or a different thing. Let me see, let me look up gonk droid. Gonk series power droid. The Gonk series power droid, also known as the Gonk droid, was a well-known type of power droid manufactured by Industrial Automaton. I could show this screen I'm looking at actually. I do have the abilities to do that. Let me see. Is this gonna capture the right thing? Let's see. If not, I'm gonna have to edit this. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Okay, there we go. We're on Wikipedia. There might be ads on here, so apologize for that. There shouldn't be though. Okay, anyway, they were often referred to as gonk droids in imitation of their honking sound. They can often be seen around Tatooine working on moisture farms or spaceports like Mos Eisley. Gonk droids can also be used as a table to play board games on, or to put other equipment like a payment dispenser. On Jeddah, caretakers use gonk droids to transport materials and house data. So they have many uses. These droids would sometimes be interred along with their owners. The Alliance to restore the Republic modified gonk units so that they acted as weapons. Once deployed, those droids would march slowly across the battlefield until they collided with an enemy building and explode. That's crazy. Known gonk droids included 4B EG6, Gonky of Clone Force 99, and a gray gonk power droid that was present in Jabba's palace around 4ABY. Where it squealed in pain as 8D8, under the command of its supervisor droid EV99, lowered a hot glowing iron on the soles of its feet in order to torture it. Was that not the first appearance of a gonk droid? Maybe not the very first. Yeah, I've always loved these little guys. They're so cool looking, and they make funny little sounds, and they have cool little walks. I just think they're great, and they got a funny name, obviously. Anyway, I don't know what this guy is. Oh god, colliding with the geometry. I think there's one more little place up here we haven't been. I don't know what's actually up here, but probably nothing. Oh, I think this is just the other spawn area for the other team. I see. You know what? Let's hang out with the gonk droid. Let's do that. Let's hang with this guy. All right. Shaplow. Shablamo. Let's let's fix this camera. Let's see. Anchor world. That's probably good, and I can get over here and do something like this. Trying to don't. Hey, listen. If you've never seen this show, it's your first time watching the show. This is what I do. Everything's all live, raw, and uncut. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry. If you do like it, then you should subscribe. I'd appreciate it. All right, me and my Gonk droid gonna talk to you about some other things, other non-Star Wars things. I did want to talk about some other TV shows I've been watching, because I've been watching, like I said, I've been watching a lot of television shows, series. I have always liked TV shows, but I've, like, obviously, you know, as a kid, it's almost all I watched. Obviously, I watched movies too, but I would watch a lot of cartoons. I watched a lot of cartoons growing up. Most kids did, I feel like, but I definitely watched maybe more than the average, maybe a little more than I should have. Because I would watch, you know, all the Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Boomerang, all that stuff. Even the other things too, like satellite cartoon stations, like, or I don't know if is station the right word. I think so. I don't know. But there was for instance, there was Cubo. Cubo was, I believe, a Canadian broadcast company, or a broadcast a station, a TV station, a channel, television channel. They would show a bunch of cartoons, like Canadian cartoons, and maybe non-Canadian cartoons too. But I think the majority of them were definitely Canadian. They would show shit like, God, I don't even know if I can name any of them. I think they might have showed Max and Ruby, maybe, but there was this. They would show. Oh, what was it? I don't remember the name of it. I'm gonna not remember the name of any of these shows. There was a show about ducks and alligators or crocodiles. Like, kind of like how it's like a whole thing where it's like the ducks and the crocodiles are separated. They're like segregated. Which also, now that I think about it, that show's probably definitely like a racial allegory. But it kind of centers a duck and a crocodile who are best friends, and they kind of have to hide their friendship and stuff. Like, the crocodile has to like pretend that he's like trying to eat the duck and stuff, when in reality they're besties. That was a really cool show. And there's actually a video game. There's a video game of that cartoon that I want to play on the channel. Again, I can't remember the name of the show, but if you look up ducks and crocodiles cartoon, you'll probably find it. There's a weird show about aliens. I honestly can't really, I don't really remember any details of that. There was like these weird aliens in UFO, and they would just go to different planets, I think, or something. I don't know. But there was a cartoon on there that was very Canadian. Like, where even though at the time when I was watching all these shows on Cubo, I didn't really like put together that it was Canadian. But when I watched that show, I was like, okay, this is Canadian, because it was about a kid who plays hockey. You know, he's like, it's not just about hockey, but he plays hockey, and it's very Canadian. I'm sure if I looked at cartoons on Cubo, I would be like, oh yeah, that show, oh yeah, that one. But I want to move on and talk about other things. Yeah, I would watch all that stuff, and I would also watch Adult Swim as a kid, as like a young teenager, which a lot of kids did, obviously. Yeah, you know, I would love all the shows: The Family Guy, American Dad, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, fucking Metalocalypse. And then, you know, they would show animes, obviously, like Toonami. I was really into it. Obviously, one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite cartoons, was SpongeBob. SpongeBob was one of my favorite cartoons, and I think I may have said this. I do it a lot, where I'll say, I think I've said this on the channel before. I'm just gonna keep saying that. There's no way I can stop saying that. Anyway, I firmly believe that SpongeBob SquarePants is the best TV show of all time. It's just, at least Like, I do think that, but you have to at least admit it's the best cartoon. Again, you don't have to admit that. It's all subjective. But it's just the best. It's just fucking perfect. It's the best writing. It's the most quotable show of all time. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie is the most quotable movie of all time. It's just the most genius writing. It's literally so fucking funny. Yeah. But yeah, lately I've been watching a lot of TV shows. I think it started, I want to say last year when I started really like watching TV shows like a lot, because I would watch, you know, a show here and there or a few shows here and there throughout the years. But it was like, I think about a year ago or so, where I really started like getting into TV shows and random shows that I've never seen before, stuff like that. I don't really know what show particularly started it. If there was like a catalyst, I don't know if there particularly was. But I've watched a lot of things in the past like year. I've been watching so much shows I had to, I created a serialized account, which serialized is just like Letterboxd, which if you don't know, Letterboxd is a website where you can log and review movies. And then serialized is the same thing, but for TV shows. And you can log each episode of each season and do a review for each episode and stuff like that. Or you could just review each season or whatever. Which I started out just by like logging like the shows I was watching, and then I started logging each season. And then I started logging each episode. And then I started actually reviewing each episode. But it's not really reviews. Like, I'll just say like one thing. It's usually just one sentence. Sometimes it's just one word. But I just like to say something, so like when I look back on it, I can get some kind of gauge of like how the episode made me feel, kind of thing. I don't rate each episode though, because you can rate each episode like, you know, with a star system, 1 through 5. Well, I guess technically 0 through 5, or half a star through 5. But I don't rate each individual episode, just because I don't want to think like, oh, how many stars is this episode after every single episode I watch. I just think it's a little redundant and kind of, I don't know. Like for me, I don't want to do that, but I do rate each season that I watch. And I think most seasons of shows that I've watched, that I've reviewed on serialized, I think most of them I've given 5 stars. And that's mostly because the shows that I've chosen to watch are shows that I know I'm gonna like. I think there's a couple that I've given 4 stars, but most of them have been 5 stars. I'm currently watching Fringe. That's the main thing I've been kind of watching for the past oh god, I can look it up. I can look up how long I've been watching that for. Fringe is it's a sci-fi like crime show from I think 2008, I believe. Yeah, the first season came out in 2008. Oh god, what's the best way? I think if I did this, when was this? Oh, April 16th. Wait, it's been exactly a month since I started watching. That feels, wait, what? It feels like I started watching that a lot longer ago than a month. That's kind of weird. Yeah, for the whole, I can read the synopsis of Fringe to you, I guess. This music is swelling. I'm gonna turn down a little bit, or at least turn down my ears. Okay, I'm gonna read the synopsis of Fringe to you, as it reads on Serialized. Okay, Fringe. Question the answers. FBI Special Agent Olivia Dunham, brilliant but formerly institutionalized scientist Walter Bishop, and his scheming, reluctant son Peter uncover a deadly mystery involving a series of unbelievable events and realize they may be part of a larger, more disturbing pattern that blurs the line between science fiction and technology. I think I found this show actually on Serialized. Because you can search shows by genre and like nano genre too, because your genres are, you know, like sci-fi and fantasy, drama, mystery, stuff like that, romance. And the nano genres are like, for instance, the nano genres for Fringe are like technology, multiverse, time travel, police, workplace. Yeah, I think I went to the sci-fi genre, I think, or maybe it might have been the multiverse nano genre or something like that, or time travel. And I saw this show and I just kind of like, I don't know exactly what made me want to start watching it, but I just did. And I'm so glad I did, because I've been loving it. I've been loving Fringe so much. I'm on season 3 currently. I think the last episode I watched was episode 9, season 3, episode 9. And this show has made me laugh. It's made me cry. It's made me cry a few times. And I am so attached to these characters. I love them so much. Especially, well, I love all of them. But like Walter in the show, Walter Bishop, he's a cute old man and he's so wholesome. And I love all of their relationships with each other. It's so great. And Astrid too, like Astrid and Walter together, they're so cute. They're just like best friends and they love each other so much. I do get attached to characters when I watch shows. I get attached, and I fall in love with characters, and I like feel what they're feeling, and I get very immersed in it. I get in the characters and in the relationships and the dynamics and stuff. I get really immersed in it, and and Fringe has been a really good one for that. And I am gonna be sad when the show's over. I'm always sad when a show I love is over. There's 5 total seasons of Fringe, which it's kind of a lot, but it's also kind of not. Like, it could be a lot more, but I am grateful that there's 5, because I feel like a lot of shows only have like 1 to like 3 seasons. So I'm glad there's 5 total seasons. It's gonna be very exciting. What else am I currently watching? I'm actually not currently watching a whole lot. The only other thing I'm actually actively watching is The Boys, because that has been actually coming out. And this week was the second to last episode. So next week is the last episode of the season and last episode of the show as a whole, I believe. Unless they pull a psych and do more. I know they're doing a prequel spinoff of The Boys. But yeah, so like once next week comes around, the only show I'm gonna be actually watching is gonna be Fringe. So I have already decided the next show I'm gonna watch, and I might start it soon. Because at one point I had, I think, 6 shows that I was like actively watching. I think like 3 of them were new shows that were releasing episodes. I think it was like what all was it that I was watching? I know The Pit was one of them. There was The Rookie. I think we were watching a few episodes of Glee, so I had that in my currently watching. And I think it was The Boys and Invincible. Well, it might have been around the same time. I don't remember if those overlapped particularly. But that was another recent thing that I watched, was Invincible season, what was that, 4? Was that season 4? Or wait, hold on, let me look. Yeah, that was season 4, Invincible season 4, which I really loved. Obviously the animation on that show has, you know, taken a big hit with how much they rush and crunch those animators, but it's still a very enjoyable show and I love it. And I'm glad that's getting more. Season 5, very exciting. Yeah, The Rookie. The Rookie is a police procedural show. and that has been going on since I think it came out in 2018. And the season 8 just wrapped up, and that's another show where I just fully fell in love with the characters, and I'm like thoroughly attached to these characters. I love them so much. I love the Rookie. The whole premise of the Rookie is like a man who is in his middle age, kind of like maybe not necessarily like a middle-age crisis, but he's in his middle age, and he has this whole moment in his life where he's like at a bank and there's a bank robber, and he like disarms the bank robber, and it's this, he has this whole revelation of like, oh, I want to change my life and do something different with my life. So he like moves to LA and becomes a cop, and he's like the oldest rookie that ever entered the program or whatever, that kind of thing. Oops, didn't mean to. But yeah, it's really good. The main character, the Rookie, the middle-aged guy, is played by Nathan Fillion, who's a great actor. And it's got a very fun cast, very very fun characters. Obviously, ACAB in real life, but I do love me some fictional cops. I do love me some fictional good cops. What else? What did I watch? Let me look, actually. Let me see. There was something else that I watched recently, wasn't there? I guess, yeah, it was The Pit. Which, The Pit's great. I did talk about that a little bit. What else did I watch recently? Fallout. Loved Fallout. Broadchurch. That was a good one. Me and Courtney watched I Love LA, which that surprised me. That show was actually hilarious. Me and Courtney were laughing our asses off watching that. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I really hope that show actually gets more seasons, because I think there was some weird stuff about it. I think they were supposed to be filming it. I think they were filming it. But I hope that show gets like a shit ton of seasons. Like, I hope it gets its 8-9 seasons like Game of Thrones did. I think it deserves it and can totally carry itself that far. Season 1 of that was amazing. And Game of Thrones is a show that I love as well. I watched it twice through. The first time I watched it with Courtney when she was in college, and we actually watched the last season of it together as the episodes are coming out. That was very exciting. And I rewatched it by myself, I want to say 2 years ago, maybe something like that. And honestly, I kind of want to rewatch it again because Game of Thrones is just so good. It's got so many good arcs and different stories. Yeah, anyway. I don't know. I've been watching so much shows that I've been watching less movies and honestly playing less games because of how many times I'm just like, oh, I can just do whatever. I'm done with my video today or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm not, I don't have plans to play games. What am I going to do? And a lot of times I'll decide to just watch a show instead of playing a game. Cause I don't know. I like watching shows, and there's a lot of good shows, a lot of things I want to watch. A lot of things on my watch list. I think I can tell you actually. Watch list. There are 59 shows in my watch list. I would say I probably won't get around to watching every single one of those, but it's a lot of shit I want to watch, Yeah, before the past like several years, I started watching a lot of movies. And I think that started in 2022. Which I think was the year I went over to Nats. I think that was 2022. Unless I'm completely wrong on that. I'd have to like look back at pictures and stuff to see the exact date. Yeah, the past several years I started watching a lot more movies. I think I can actually look again on my letterbox because I log every single movie I watch. And I can, how do I do this? Diary year, there we go. But I've been watching a lot less movies. Like this year so far, I've only watched 23 movies so far. Oh, you might hear Peaches huffing and puffing and barking. It's okay, Peaches. I'm looking out my window. Let's see. Last year, I watched 118 movies, which it's definitely a lot for most people, but for me, that actually was not a lot. That was a low year for me, and this year might even be lower. 2024, I watched 226 movies. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. But my biggest year was 2023. In 2023, I watched 307 movies. I was watching movies I was watching a lot. I think, was this the year? Oh, Peaches. Goodness, baby. I don't think this was the year. When did I do my MCU rewatch? Was that 2024? Yeah. Yeah, in 2024, I watched the entirety of the MCU. Including the shows. I watched it all. I watched all of it. And I think... Yeah. Oh my god. Peaches, why are you barking? Hey. I think she sees a dog across the street. Hey, you gotta bark. It's so funny how when she's looking out the window, she'll bark at dogs and cats and stuff that she sees outside. But when we take her out to go potty, and if she sees a dog or a cat, she doesn't bark. She only barks when she's behind a wall and a window. She's all bark, no bite. No bites. Although she can bite. You fuck around, she'll bite you. My little peachy girl. Anyway. Yeah, I think a lot of the reason why we were watching a lot of movies was because, I don't know. I guess we were just watching a lot of movies, and I was watching a lot of movies with the girls. We were doing movie night. We had this whole Friday night movie night thing, which I've definitely mentioned on the channel sometime before. And we've talked about wanting to get back to that. We haven't done that in a while, but we've watched a lot of movies together. Like I also have, I do tags on Letterboxd too, so I tag movies with various different tags. Where's the tag for? Okay, yeah. I have a tag for when we watch movies as a group. So it's like, I think I've mostly used the tag for when it's like me and at least two of us, two other of the group. It's called, the tag is Rat Friends Watch Party. And under that tag, there's 252 movies. So since I started Letterboxd, we have watched 252 movies together. Me, Nat, Amanda, and Courtney, and sometimes other people. But that's the main four of us that like have hung out and watched movies together. We've watched a lot of shit together. I have watched the most movies with Nat. I've watched more movies with Nat than I have with Courtney. Me and Nat have watched 313 movies together. Absolutely crazy. Fucking crazy. Anyway. Maybe I should, here on. I got a couple messages. Let me read my messages real quick. Let's see, Courtney got her computer set up. She just got back home from dog sitting. She's been dog sitting this specific dog. Her name is Riley. She's a beagle. She's been dog sitting her for several years now, like 3 or 4 years, I think, something like that. But she recently just was dog sitting her for like 2 weeks straight. So she was like living at these people's house there. And she like brought her computer so we could play games and stuff. Okay. Do I have any other messages? Is anyone else saying anything on Discord? What's people saying? What are people saying? Oh, Nat's posting stuff about Tamagotchi life. Oh my god. Y'all, Tamagotchi life has given me so much FOMO. Like I really want to play Tamagotchi life so bad. I've been seeing Nat's been posting screenshots of her playing, and I've watched several people play Tamagotchi life. I watched like Germa, Jen, some other people too, but mostly those two. I think I watched, what was it, Jacob and Julia Secret Sleepover Society. I need the game. Like when it was announced and when it was coming out, I wasn't like super into it. Like I wasn't myself like, oh, I need this. But as I started seeing more gameplay and people making me's and how you can draw in the game and like make me's so customized, I need it. I gotta play it, y'all. The thing is, I'm not gonna be able to record it because I own a Switch Lite. You cannot do any capturing on that, and even if I had a normal Switch, I don't have a capture card. But that's besides the point. I just want to play it though. Like I'm probably gonna, when I get that game, I'm probably gonna play shit out of it. Like when I got when Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, I think that was when I got my Switch. I think I might have, I think I got my Switch to play that game, I think, back in 2020. But when I got that game, when that came out, I sunk 500 hours into that game, like in probably only a couple months. I played the shit out of that game. I haven't touched that in a few years, but I built up a whole island. It was crazy. And then I started, like I had a whole like street system. Like it was the theme of the island was kind of like a city, and there was streets and street signs and all this crazy shit. But then towards the end of, like right before I stopped playing the game, I started remodeling my island. Like I was like tearing shit down, and I was gonna completely redesign it and do a different vibe. But I kind of gave up on that, and I haven't touched the game in years. My villagers are they're all probably rotting skeletal corpses by now. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to play Tamagotchi Life, and I really wish I could. I wish I could record it, but as an alternative, when I do get the game, I might use this show to share my Mii's and share my island and stuff. I kind of had that idea the other day, and I'll probably do it. I'm trying to think of like ways that I could do it, and I'll probably just like take screenshots and maybe even some videos, and then I can upload them. I think I can put them get them on my computer somehow. I don't remember how. I've done that before, but I don't remember exactly how I did it. But if I can figure out how to do that again, I can, show those raw screenshots of videos here on this show and kind of talk about my Mii's and give updates on the island and stuff like that. I might try and do something like that. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get the game. It might have to wait till my birthday, which is in July. So we'll see. We shall see. This RATChat has flown by. Gotta say, it's kind of crazy. It's already an hour and 15 minutes, and also I've just been standing here like a stick. I have not been emoting whatsoever, and I think that's okay. You can, if you're watching this, you can just put this on your second monitor, or tab out, put it in the background, or whatever. Just listen. There's not really much visually going on, even if I'm doing this, bobbing up and down. It's not much to look at. I mean, I don't know. Yoda's pretty nice to look at, and you got this Gonk droid. It's pretty fun to look at. It's something. What will it look like if I bring out my saber right now? Oh, it's just light. You can't really see the actual saber. If I stand up, you can see it. Anyway, I do need to play Star Wars games. I don't think I've played a single Star Wars game, have I? On this channel. I don't think I have. Have I? I'm pretty sure I haven't. I will eventually, though. Maybe soon, like I said. I do want to do a Star Wars week. That idea's kind of been running through my head now. I want to do a Star Wars themed week on the channel. I'll figure that out, because I could do it several ways. It could be like just one Star Wars game, like a full playthrough of Star Wars game throughout the whole week, or it could be several smaller Star Wars games. I don't know. Who sees what? Who knows? We'll see how I do it. Oh my god. You know what? Here, hold on. I forgot about this. I have with me a Hostess Donuts fritter rings, apple cinnamon flavored, and it says new on the package. Pull apart bubble shape. I'm gonna open these up and eat them. I'm gonna not mute, so volume warning. This might be loud. I don't know. I'm gonna like put this under my desk so it's not so loud. There we go. I have accessed the donuts. What is this? Donut fritter rings? It's like an apple fritter kind of situation. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice and soft. Very cinnamony. Ah, that's pretty good. I like it. All right, so what did we talk about this episode? Talked about Star Wars a lot. Talked about Star Wars video games. Talked about the Isaac week, and next week's gonna be Reaper week. Talked about shows. Talked about some movies. Yeah, I guess this was a good one. This was a fun. I hope you enjoyed the Yoda visuals. I hope you enjoyed looking at Yoda. I can't wait to do the thumbnail. The thumbnail's gonna be great. I think Yoda could get some clicks. Yeah, everyone loves Yoda. Most people love Yoda. I'm sure there's some Yoda haters out there. If you, viewer, are watching some shows or even just a single show, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you're watching. And if you're really enjoying what you're watching, then maybe I'll check it out too and watch it. I would love some recommendations for some TV shows that would be appreciated, and I'll definitely check them out. Obviously, I am limited to what I can watch. I currently only have access to like a couple streaming services. I think the next show, I think I said I picked out a show, but did I say what show I picked out? I don't know if I did. Where am I? Okay, I'm up here. The show that I picked out that I'm gonna start watching pretty soon, maybe even today, I don't know. It's a show called Justified, and it is another like police crime drama show. This one has the nano genre noir, which is very exciting. But yeah, this show has Timothy Oliphant in it and Walton Goggins. And it's about like a what is it? I guess, you know what, let me go ahead and just read the synopsis. Justified. He's Law and Order, a character drama based on the 2001 Elmore Leonard short story Fire in the Hole. Leonard's tale centers around U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens of Kentucky, a quiet but strong-willed official of the law. The tale covers his high-stakes job as well as his strained relationships with his ex-wife and father. The main reason I guess, kind of discovered this, or was, was interested in it, is because of Timothy Oliphant. Because I loved him in Deadwood so much. I loved Deadwood and I really loved him in that show. And then I saw this and it was like kind of similar, him, with a cowboy hat and a revolver kind of situation. I actually don't know if I don't think he has a revolver, but modern day cowboy kind of vibes. But the show also has really good ratings. The overall average of the show is a 4.38 on serialized. And I see some things people say it's really good. And there's looking at like the preview pictures, there's a few other familiar faces too. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch that. I think I'll like it. I also obviously love Walton Goggins. I've loved him in everything I've seen him in. Great actor, very good. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be watching next. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I gotta finish my donut and start editing this video. It is 3 p.m. Gotta get this video up by 7:15. Got plenty of time, but I gotta get the ball moving. Gotta go. And it's I've been talking straight nonstop for almost an hour and a half, so I need to save my energy. Yeah. Okay. Let me hold on. Hold on. Okay, wait, never mind. The lighting here is horrible. Do it like this. There we go. All right, y'all. Don't forget, leave me those suggestions for TV shows down in the comments. Let me know if you like Star Wars. Let me know your favorite movie. Let me know your favorite TV show, whatever. Talk to me about some stuff. I'll respond. Oh my god, peaches. All right, I'm gonna go. I am stalling. I do this every episode. I gotta stop stalling. Let me take this off. All right, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Nope, that's not how it goes. Hold on. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Check the description. Go to the channel. I upload every single day. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more. May the force be with you. And I'll see you later. Subscribe, you must. I'm not keeping that in. I'm not keeping that in.
I want you to